I love the thrill of life. I love to feel in danger, to feel like I'm alive.
Surfing has the ability to change you because you're so close to nature.
Welcome to African Voices. I'm Mari Topo. This week, we're diving headfirst into the world of water sports. We'll meet two change-making athletes who are making waves in their communities.
I saw the opportunity to use my passion to do a little bit of good.
We'll start in Cape Town, where a surfing enthusiast is using his skills to help underprivileged youth carve a path to success.
Every morning I drive from my house along the coastal road over the hill, and this is kind of my last place I stop. I've kind of like got an idea of what the ocean is doing. Sometimes I feel like I'm cheating life a little bit, to be honest, because I really feel like I'm living my passion. I'm really driven by the ocean. I love surfing. I think just to be completely immersed in the ocean, in nature, where you don't have to think about anything but the next wave. And I love being out there when it's quiet, seeing the sunrise, and just feeling really close to nature. My name is Daniel Botha. I'm the founder of Surf Pop in Cape Town, South Africa. I am a change maker.
Daniel Botha's strong connection with nature and the sea is understandable. After all, growing up in Cape Town, his childhood was one of adventure, and it set the groundwork for a lifelong passion.
Lots of camping in the bush, and yeah, always close to nature. We used to rent a little house on the point, and from the first time I saw guys catching waves on that point and riding it into the middle of the bay, I just knew that I wanted to do that. At some point just begged my dad for a surfboard and that's how it started. I didn't actually have any friends that surfed or no one else influencing me. It was just caught my eye and sparked an interest. Always looking for adventure and appreciating the nature around me. I think that was instilled in me way back then, and yeah, grateful that my parents gave me that opportunity.
Even at a young age, Daniel noticed a disparity between his own experience and the lives of those around him, something that stuck with him.
I really struggled with the idea of this big gap between the rich and the poor. I mean, it's so in your face in South Africa, and I think in a big way you become desensitized to that. We all do, but I really struggled with it. So I think I was always looking for a way to do something, do my part to try and balance that out a little bit. At some point that light bulb just went on, and I saw the opportunity to use my passion to do a little bit of good.
Daniel's mission became a reality in 2015 when he founded Surf Pop, a non-profit organization that aims to introduce children from South African townships to some of the childhood experiences Daniel had, a connection to nature and healthy living. It's afternoon at Surf Pop HQ in Muizenberg Beach. The coaches and volunteers are going over the day's plans. The kids are heading down to the beach for a lesson in conservation, led by Surf Pop surf coach Amy Lee.
So we're just going to go down to the beach. I'm going to explain to them like why we do a beach cleanup, why it's important to keep our beaches clean, and then we're just going to do like some mindfulness. Just a meditation on like how much we love the ocean and why it's important to keep it clean so that we can continue using it because they love surfing.
Part of helping children develop a connection to the ocean and nature is teaching them to be good stewards of the environment.
So it's just important for them to know that without the ocean being clean, we aren't able to like bring them here, for them to like experience surfing and enjoy surfing, because I'm sure it wouldn't be fun if the ocean was so polluted. I think that's also why it's important for them to know that this is your space, so that means you need to take care of your space, you need to keep it clean so that you can keep enjoying, utilizing the ocean. Well done today, guys. Each little cigarette butt, plastic, cardboard, whatever you picked up today, that made a difference. We can think of a beach cleanup as a way of saying thank you to the ocean, saying thank you for the waves because you give us such nice waves that we can surf. Clean up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, beach cleanup. Nice, guys, let's go.
2 days a week, the kids are taught the basics of surfing. As Daniel sees it, it's an opportunity to introduce them to so much more, like how to deal with the unexpected and learning to be resilient.
I think surfing has the ability to change you because you're so close to nature and it's constantly changing. It presents many challenges. It allows you to grow and overcome those challenges. I think it's just a constant journey.
Life skills the children may not even realize they're learning just yet, but they recognize a difference in themselves.
I've been part of Surfbob team for almost 2 years now. I love because it gives us education and to learn more about the ocean and surfing. I love surfing because it keeps me calm and relaxed.
I think for some kids we maybe spend more time with them than their parents do. So we really get to know their characteristics and their personality and understand their challenges, their shortcomings. We know their hopes and their dreams and we can really push them, guide them.
Which is why, for Daniel, time in and around the water is only part of the plan to help grow and nurture these young minds.
Just sharing my love for the ocean with kids who probably otherwise wouldn't have discovered it at all. It sent me on a path, surfing, and I can see that it's doing the same for them. It's definitely got the ability to give you a different perspective, a different outlook on life.
Daniel Botha is on a mission to use his love of surfing to create opportunities for children of South African townships.
They might not have much and they might not have the easiest situations.
To be successful, he knew he would need to take a three-pronged approach: expose the kids to nature, feed their minds, and fuel their bodies. In the township of Masipumelele, Surf Pop school activities at the Chesmera campus and NGO hub are operating at full throttle.
Surf Pop currently has 52 children, and that's split down the middle between boys and girls. So we've got a boy group and a girl group. We keep it separate. I think it's especially powerful for the girls to have a sisterhood, if you want to call it that. And the program consists of surfing, education and nutrition.
In the Surf Pop classroom, the children are helped with their homework and participate in one-on-one and interactive programs. There's an emphasis on computer literacy, math and English. Each program is tailored to fit the learning level of each child.
We're just trying to improve their grades and hopefully get them to the point where they can either apply for a bursary to go to a better school or to get the marks that they need to apply for a college or university.
Since 2015, this non-profit has expanded to include volunteers who come from outside South Africa. They call themselves the Surf Pop Tribe.
The volunteering is a great opportunity for people to come and experience South Africa, also give something back to South Africa and get involved in a local community, which is of course quite difficult to do if you are just traveling, to find that connection. And the program has been very powerful for Surf Pop in the sense that we've got a wide network of young people overseas that they're part of the Surf Pop fan club. It's twofold. It provides the helping hands, but it also provides finances. It's a consistent flow of young people coming from different backgrounds, different cultures, new energy, fresh new energy, and everyone's super excited to be here, of course. So there's also an amazing exchange of energy there.
Timo Goossens is a volunteer from the Netherlands. This is his second stint coming to mentor the children.
The first time I was here for a spell of 3 months, or like 2.5, and I just loved it so much I had to come back in the summer. I used to live in South Africa when I was younger as well, and so I know all the poverty that goes on here and the difference in class and all the terrible things that happen. So just to make an impact there, it's so nice. And as well, I'm into teaching as well. I've been thinking about doing that in the future and being able to teach the kids both in the classroom and in the water, teaching them how to do a skill and teaching them how to do the educational part of life and stuff. Become a lot more humble as well, I think, just seeing how they live and how they think. And just, yeah, it's been a lovely experience.
Outside of the classroom, education takes a different form, where the lessons require digging in the dirt.
We use the veggies from here for the meals that we make every day, but we also involve the children in the garden. So we've taken them through the whole process from planting a seed to caring for the plants to harvesting, and then also tying into that the importance of eating healthy food, and also just showing them that anyone can grow their own food.
At the end of the day, these kids enjoy quality time with each other and the volunteers, centered around a meal harvested from their campus garden.
For a healthy body and a healthy mind, you need good nutrients. So yeah, it forms part of the holistic model of Surf Pop to help get some healthy food into everyone's bodies. I think the vision for Surf Pop is to have all kids live a life closer to nature, to appreciate and love the environment and care for it, to find sustainable employment, and hopefully find themselves a path out of poverty and create a better life for themselves and for their families.
Daniel, a family man himself, sees the parallels and rewards in the work he loves to do.
The kids are amazing, and it's an incredibly humbling experience too. The kids are always smiling. It's a friendly reminder to be super grateful for what you have. And I love surfing, and I get to share that with the kids, and I get to see them fall in love with the ocean too.
Welcome back. Our next changemaker is a decorated windsurfer from Morocco who is elevating the sport within his country.
I love the thrill of life. I love to feel in danger, to feel like I'm alive. The ocean and these elements, I think it's a therapy, and it does shape up your mentality in a very positive way. It connects us with nature, it connects us with ourselves. My name is Boujma Gilul. I'm a professional windsurfer from Morocco, and I'm a change maker.
It's early morning at Sidi Kawaki Beach in Morocco. Waves crash along the shore, creating the perfect conditions for Boujma Gilul to glide through water.
Sometimes I just want to go have fun, just ride, carve, and sometimes I want to progress. I want to try something crazy. I want to impress.
The decorated windsurfer says the ocean has always felt like home. Growing up near the beach, Boujma started chasing waves as a teen.
When I was 15, I used to work in local surf club. After I managed to learn with the local surf club how to windsurf and surf and be independent in the water, then I started to help tourists to carry their gear and to wash their gear. And for exchange, I got time on the water.
Windsurfing became second nature to him, but Boujma says he never expected to turn his passion into a professional career.
I never dreamed big. I come from very humble beginnings. When I started basically windsurfing, I started to dream literally big and started to imagine myself more than just what is around me. I realized that I could do more. Windsurfing was my life. My thoughts were around windsurfing every single day. So when I woke up, I was like, is it windsurfable? Is there waves? Is there wind? Okay, today I'm gonna do this.
After a lot of hard work and dedication, his dreams became a reality.
When I was 17, 18, I started to reach a level that I could compete out internationally. I was doing my best to win titles, to gain respect within the international community and the international windsurfers from around the world that were my idols, you know, like people I looked up to. And I was like, wow, I'm competing against them. This is not real. I cannot believe I cannot win against this person. And then I started winning against these persons, and yeah, it rolled. It became, a snowball.
In 2010, Bujma broke the record for highest jump when he cleared 18 meters at a Professional Windsurfers Association event in Hawaii.
And I just went for the biggest jump mainly rather than the biggest maneuver. Technically, I was stoked. Being able to participate in that event was a huge success for me.
4 years later, he won his first international windsurfing competition.
The Aloha Classic was the biggest event of windsurfing in Hawaii, and I managed to win it, and I still cannot believe it. When I won in Hawaii, that was like I was on a cloud for a very long time. I couldn't believe that I made it to the finals and then make it to the top of the podium. I thought there was a mistake because I was underestimating my abilities, and I really, really didn't believe in my capacities.
After traveling the world to compete, Bujma says he wanted to bring these tournaments home and secure Morocco's spot within the international windsurfing scene.
I imagined there must be an event in Morocco. Why there is no event in Morocco? The IWT, the PWA, all these events had to have a space in Morocco. And still today, they need an event in Morocco because Morocco is one of the best countries to windsurf, especially around the Essaouira. And to me, I was the only one close enough to both international windsurfing and as a location.
In 2016, Bujma organized the first of 3 events in Morocco for what was then known as the American Windsurfing Tour. That same year, he won the tour championship.
The province and the city of Essaouira and then the local businesses of Essaouira helped us a lot to manage to organize an event in 2016, 17 and 18. We need those events. It's good for the local community, it's good for the future of the kids.
Bujma wants to give more people in his community the opportunity to experience the thrill of windsurfing.
I believe in sports, I believe in big dreams, in the impossibility to be possible, and therefore I want to share it with them.
Next, Bujma shows us his favorite surf spot, and we see how he's training the next generation of windsurfers. Bujma Gilul is a driving force in Morocco's expanding windsurfing community. The renowned windsurfer has been catching waves and pushing the boundaries of the sport for nearly 2 decades.
I manage to be in the water almost every day. Almost every day. If I'm not teaching, I'm training for myself.
Most days, you'll find Bujma here at his surf shop in Sidi Kauki.
I live by passion, the passion for something, it's what drives me to do or to be part of that thing. If there is no passion, there will be no soul in whatever you're creating. So I created this place to share the passion I have for the ocean and to share the passion I have for the sport. I don't want to just have a shack, walls and stock. This is not what I want to do. I want to make an atmosphere, a vibe that can impact the people's minds and hearts. When I teach the sport, I'm not teaching the sport. I'm teaching a lesson about life as a whole.
Bujma often credits his success to those who have helped him along the way. Today, he's visiting his longtime friend and mentor, Feta Lamara.
Feta was guiding me. There was a certain level where I was progressing, And it was like, okay, now you're at a good level. You don't need to do more. Just work on what you know how to do and make it perfect.
The pair hope to inspire others to take up the sport, but they face their share of challenges.
Access to gear is quite the issue here because we don't have gear.
However, they say the determination and creativity of young people pushes them to do more.
We still picture a better future for our kids, and since we have kids, we believe that we are in a little bit obliged to create an environment for them to have more opportunities than us, and therefore we think that we will eventually create spare time to work on that part, to create a foundation for those kids to start from.
Today, Bujma is meeting with a group of teens to help them refine their skills.
We're in Moulay. This is to me, it's the best windsurfing spot in the entire Morocco. It has consistent wind, some rolling waves, very clean conditions to wave sail, to windsurf wave sail. This is where I spent most of my windsurfing life, trying to improve my windsurfing and trying to connect with the ocean and the elements. Yeah, I think this is the future of windsurfing starts here. Everything that I know, I want to share it. Knowledge is meant to be shared, not to be kept. And therefore, even with my competition, other surf school, I share everything that I know.
In order to avoid the sail getting covered with foam, you should lean back and get ready to get it out of the water.
These kids, the only thing they think about every day and night, is to go back in the ocean. Because they're driven, they're passionate.
As Bujma paves the way for the next generation of windsurfers, he reminds them, at the end of the day, there's more to the sports than winning.
The only way to describe success is to be happy. I think it's a sport that has a lot to teach humanity in general, and if humans get into this kind of like sport, they're gonna learn a lot about themselves and the community as a whole, because there's a lot more love within the windsurfing community than there is in other water sports or board sports communities.
Thanks so much for watching. And remember, you can visit our website, cnn.com/African Voices, for more inspiring stories. I'm Aritoko, and I'll see you next time.